really helps the show. It's a good coffee like that. It helps the show a lot. Yeah. All right, so let's plug this phone in. All right. It says it's 50%. What's up, everybody? Hello. Welcome back to the show. Hippie chick. Hello, hippie chick. What's up? How dare you, hippie chick? How dare you? Hello, everybody. Oh. Notifications coming through. That makes me happy. Oh, I need to order some flex tape. Hey, Token Dave. Thanks to you, I had the juiciest fucking hamburger, bro. Oh my God. For me, in order to get a really juicy burger, bro, my trick is I use Worcestershire sauce, which cauterizes the outside of the burger. With this, it caramelizes and cauterizes the outside of the burger. And I use a frying pan on top of the frying pan that I'm frying the hamburger on to cook the whole burger. I trap all the heat. So I'm not just doing one side at a time. And oh my God, Dave, I took pictures, bro. I took video so you could see how juicy. I've got the other burgers still in the fridge, still warm. But I got fucking video for you, bro. Here's a picture that's going to blow you away. Look at this fucking photograph. And I'll tell you, that's roasted green pepper. And I saw you with your pepperoncinis or your what are they called? Fucking jalapeno. And anyway, well, I just used green pepper and roasted it on the frying pan for a little roasted green pepper on the side, man. All I put on the burgers was Worcestershire, bro. I didn't even use salt, pepper, no seasonings, nothing. And for the I make like a sauce, you know. It's minced onions and garlic and mozzarella cheese all mixed together, right? So that's on there, and then Thousand Island dressing and some sweet relish from Heinz, mayonnaise, Grey Poupon mustard, and the buns are toasted, but they've got olive oil brushed on them. Oh, not olive oil. It's the grease from the frying pan, from the hamburger grease. It's brushed onto the burger buns. Forget about it. Oh, fuck. You want to see the video now, guys? Here, watch this. Watch this fucking video. Look at how juicy, man. Token Dave put up a video and he fucking inspired me to make juicy burgers. I was like, I want juicy burgers, man. But and I just ate. It looks delicious. Thank you, Hippie Chick. I use it as a binder so my runs can stick to steaks and brisket. You use it, Manueli. You use Worcestershire as well. So heck yeah. Oh yeah, that's a good idea. I'm actually not cooking those burgers till tomorrow. That looks good. You're making me hungry, and I just ate. It looks delicious. I use it as a binder. I'll have the full video this weekend, Token Dave. Yeah, that looks like heaven on a plate. You guys check out Southern Fisherman 843 for some really cool cooking videos. I'm going to try on a burger. Sounds good. I'm going to try on a burger. Oh my, look at that. Looks good, Manueli. Southern, oh yeah, Nicholas Smith. Now I think we all want some juicy burgers. I want a juicy bong rip with Token Dave, man. He inspired me today. Token Dave inspired me with his video upload. And he changed my life. You changed the direction of my life today, bro. You know, I was going to make green stuffed peppers. You know, I was just make my mozzarella, onion, garlic sauce thing that I do and throw it into some peppers and bake it. But bro, I saw that burger and I was already had all the stuff out that I was cooking with. So I just started taking out burger stuff. I took out the buns, bro, mayonnaise, all the hamburger fixins. I was like, fuck it, I'm having burgers, baby. And like I said, I know I'm excited. I'm yelling. Like I said, that other burger is still in my kitchen. It is still in the refrigerator. I mean, I could show it to you guys if you want to see it. It's there. I mean, I could take the video camera and show you all the melted mozzarella cheese on it. You want to join me in a bong rip? Look, I'm not going to be able to join you in a bong rip until I pack a bong rip. That's the problem I'm having right now. I'm thinking about the orange bud. Ooh, I can't even open this. My big muscles. I can't even open a jar. Unreal. I don't even have any big muscles anymore. About what happened? Do I not have any big muscles anymore? Yeah. I need to work harder. All right, so what time is it right now? It's 4:10. So 7:10 over there in the East Coast. All right, happy 7:10 to all my friends over there on the East Coast of United States of America and everywhere. It is 7:10 in all of our hearts. Cheers, everybody. It's so smooth. That orange bud. So I watched something and I want to share it with you guys, just what was said. The United States has responded to Putin, and you know what they're doing? They're cutting off all the supply chain to Russians. So Vladimir Putin does something crazy, and America says, "Oh, we're gonna strike back. We're gonna hit back. We're gonna hit back." And all they do is they punish Russians and start starving them out, the citizens. So I saved the video so you guys could see it. I think I did. I think I saved it. Maybe I closed it. Huh. I do not see the video. I can pull it up for sure. Oh, there it is. I see the video. It is here.
Shared in the Kremlin's corrupt gains and stored their wealth in yachts and luxury condos and fancy cars will now share in the pain of these measures. In terms of the financial impact, as I said, these are the most impactful and significant sanctions the U.S. has ever taken. But financial sanctions are just one part of our response. We're also unveiling today an expansive and unprecedented set of export restrictions developed in historically close coordination with the European Union, Australia, Japan.
I got cold coffee and hot coffee. Look at me. I'm crazy.
United Kingdom and Taiwan. These new measures include sweeping restrictions on Russian military end users to impair Putin's military capabilities, and will also deny exports across Russia to sensitive cutting-edge technology, primarily targeting Russia's defense, aerospace, and maritime sectors.
No, let's go back. Listen to the very beginning. Understand what they're doing here. Joe Biden is acting tough by attacking the citizens of Russia, not going after Putin militarily, because we're a bunch of fucking pussies. We talk a big game, and when it came right down to it, oh yeah, we're just going to starve out your people because that's what we do, because we're fucking You want to see the hamburger? Okay, bro. You asked for it. Fucking burger time, son. Let me just do this really quick. And then it's burger time up in this bitch. 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 Science, bitch. Here we go. All right, so I'll go show you the burger. Burger time. I'll show you the perfect way. You guys want to learn the perfect way to store a burger? And this goes for fast food burgers, homemade burgers, any kind of burger. You want to store a burger for the next day or the next couple of days? Dude, look no further than the Cool Whip container. I have several of these, and they make for the perfect burger garage. And now, without any further ado, I bring you the burger of all burgers. We shall now lift the burger gently and place the burger. Got a little stuff on us there. Not bad. Bum, 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 bum. Here, let's go full screen. Hey, let's get the lighting right too. Hold on. Everybody just calm down. Hey, all of you, not me, but all of you need to just calm down right now. All of you need to calm down. Now, I'm going to show you something. I'm going to show you something. Oh, I know you thought the burger was burned. You thought it was burned. Oh, look at you. It's not burned. That's just the cauterization of the Worcestershire. La, 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 glazed bun with hamburger grease. The bun is glazed with hamburger grease with a brush. Yes. And then there's Thousand Island. Would you like to see under the hood? Ooh, let's look under that hood, everybody. Let's see. Let's look at those sauteed onions. Saute. Look at that relish. Thousand Island big boy dressing. We've also got garlic and mozzarella cheese that is cauterized and melted. Oh, the bread. Oh, Tula, I haven't seen you forever. Tula, look at the bread, Tula. Look at it. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that bread. But look at there's lettuce. I forgot the lettuce. There's some lettuce down there as well. But it's the garlic onion mozzarella sauce. You know, look, there's some remnants of it. I'll show you. There's some of that diced garlic and onion. There's a little bit more. Got a little mozzarella smeared on there. See that? See the mozzarella melted on that onion? You guys. I'm telling you, this hamburger right here, this is the hamburger of all hamburgers. This is the hamburger you want. It's got mayonnaise on the bottom. It's got mustard on the top. It's got the Grey Poupon mustard. It's got it all. It's got its own little hamburger garage here. It's like when you park your Lamborghini. Instead of your Lambro, that's how you park your ham, bro. Like that in your Cool Whip container. This is what you're trying to do. You're trying to put it in the Cool Whip container. This is the best way to store your hamburger. Ukraine's president says 137 Ukraine soldiers have already been killed since first attacks. Wow, they really did go after the goddamn military, didn't they? Putin really did go after the military. You know, I was like, I saw him hit a fucking energy thing. I didn't know if they'd gone after actual military assets. Ugh. I'm getting some skin there. I got some skin issues. Not bad. From where I was. Not bad. I only had one hamburger. I didn't have to. And instead of French fries, I had some potato chips and some green peppers. I got to tell you, the sauteed green peppers on the side were a tasty. I only wish I had made more. It was so fucking tasty. I only wish I had sauteed some more green peppers in that hamburger grease. Crypto is slimming. Cryo slimming will tighten the skin. Really? What about right here too? Even though I think I gained a little weight and I don't have the problem anymore. Look at that. All I had to do was gain a little fat on me. And my double, that gobbler thing I had is gone. Huh. That's weird, dude. I think it's because I gained a little weight. Hey, I gained a little weight. I put a little weight on. Okay, if I was Putin, I would raise the oil prices to $20 a gallon in retaliation. Biden went green, so where we're going to get enough oil would suck for us a little, but it could happen. Bro, anything is possible. You know, this guy that we're listening to right now, he talks a big game, but when you realize what he's doing, he's just threatening innocent Russian citizens. And I don't hate them. You know, look, when we had Donald Trump and Donald Trump was assassinating leaders around the world, you remember that? He almost started World War III twice. Remember when Donald Trump, remember that time Donald Trump almost started World War III twice? Remember that time? Yeah, well, something about that, something around that I forgot what I was saying. What was I saying? Can somebody remind me what I was saying? Hey, Nick, what's up, buddy? We call that turkey. Yeah, turkey gobbler. Yeah, I had a turkey. I know. But I think I gained a little weight, man. I think it went away. I don't know. Maybe if I work on my neck muscles, I'll build some neck muscles, man. Like I'm trying to get these muscles back here, which you don't see anything yet. But I got to get my triceratops. Putin's a wuss. Oh, no. I was saying how we're attacking civilians. And I don't have anything against them because Putin is a monster. Just like, you know, I didn't want them to have us because Trump was a fucking monster. That's why I said, remember, you know, he almost started World War III twice. I didn't want people to hate us for that and put sanctions on us and, you know, affect your ability to get the products that you need to get through a day or put fuel in your car or heat your home. This is what they're going to do. Listen, guys, listen to this fucking monster. And, you know, and it's like he thinks that going after like Putin gives a fuck. Like, really? You're gonna go after the citizens? Like, you think he really cares?
State-owned enterprises, which combined have $1.5 trillion. And finally, we'll also impose sanctions on the executives at these state-owned institutions, as well as additional Russian elites.
I got a problem with my sound.
Kleptocracy.
Give me a second here.
And their family members. Those who've shared in the Kremlin's corrupt gains.
This is wrong.
And stored their wealth in yachts and luxury condos and fancy cars will now share in the pain of these measures.
Why?
In terms of the financial impact, as I said, these are...
Why? What are you doing? Why are you going after citizens, man? You know, it doesn't even make sense, you smug fuck. It doesn't even make sense. But keep listening, man. Keep listening to the sanctions. He's so proud of himself.
Significant sanctions the U.S. has ever taken. But financial sanctions are just one part of our response. We're also unveiling today an expansive and unprecedented set of export restrictions.
My speaker's out on this side.
Historically close coordination with the European Union, Australia, Japan, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and Taiwan. These new measures include sweeping restrictions on Russian military end users to impair Putin's military capabilities.
I wonder why that is.
And will also deny exports across Russia to sensitive cutting-edge technology, primarily targeting Russia's defense, aerospace, and maritime sectors. In total, the United States and our partners will effectively be cutting off more than half of all high-tech imports going into Russia. This includes curbing Russia's access to advanced semiconductors and other foundational technologies that Russia needs to diversify and modernize its economy. Working in tandem, these financial sanctions and the export controls will undercut Putin's aspirations to project power on the world stage. And those impacts intensified dramatically just today. The Russian stock market plunged over 30% at one point before being halted by local regulators. Russia's currency, the ruble, weakened to its weakest value on record against the dollar before the central bank intervened. And the price the market is charging the Russian government.
His sound is all on one side. My speakers are fine. It's this video. All right, we're cool.
Interest rates,
weird.
Lower purchasing power, lower investment, lower productive capacity, lower growth.
Hey,
lower
Billy.
living standards in Russia. To be clear, this is not the outcome we wanted. It's both a tragedy for the people of Ukraine and a very raw deal for the Russian people.
You know, it's like when somebody's hating somebody else, they're like, you know, this is going to hurt me more than it's going to hurt you. You know, and you're like, no, so stop saying that because that's not true. You know, we didn't want this, and oh, we feel sorry for, you know, the horrible things that we have to do to these people, starve them out, when it won't affect Putin's ability to continue doing what he's doing at all. An agenda? Yeah, bro. Who knows what these motherfuckers have planned? They're sneaky fucks.
But Putin's war of choice has required that we do what we said, and to ensure this will be a strategic failure. Finally, let me just say a few words about the impact of Russia's choices on the U.S. We've intentionally scoped our sanctions to deliver severe impact on the Russian economy while minimizing the cost to the U.S. as well as our allies and partners. To be clear, our sanctions are not designed to cause any disruption to the current flow of energy from Russia to the world. We've carved out energy payments on a time-bound basis to allow for an orderly transition of these flows away from sanctioned institutions, and we provided other licenses to provide for an orderly wind down of business. Let me just stop there and take your questions.
I just had a real quick question.
So let's go back to the very beginning and just listen. We're going to do a bong rip, and I want you to listen very closely to the sanctions and who the United States is imposing the sanctions on.
On enterprises, which combined have estimated assets nearing $1.5 trillion. And finally, we'll also impose sanctions on the executives at these state-owned institutions, as well as additional Russian elites who are complicit in Putin's kleptocracy.
Russian elites. We're going to impose fucking sanctions, international sanctions on individuals. You guys, on individuals, the United States is going to war with fucking Russian citizens, man. It's like, okay. It's like, your kid gets in a fight at school, so you go and beat up the guy who owns the store down the street that didn't even see anything happen, that's completely clueless about the entire incident. You know? It's like, what the fuck are you? Do you think the elites had anything to do with fucking what Putin decided to do? And you're going to punish them? Dude, it's so fucking whack. It's so crazy. Our administration is fucking crazy. Let me tell you what this is going to do, and this is what it always does. This is going to turn right around and bite us in the ass. We're going to fuck up their economy, and we're going to crash our economy doing it. And anybody that's in crypto is probably going to be okay. They're not going to be happy until they destroy everything, man. Radioactive cloud, Jeff. Bit nervous about it. My father-in-law was. Huge problem. I don't know. This guy just literally said we're putting sanctions on Russia, but we want Russian energy. Dude, we're not putting sanctions on Russia. We're putting sanctions on Russian individuals, citizens of Russia. You know? What are they supposed to do? What are they going to do to Putin? Call him up on the phone? Yes, Vlad. Yeah, all of a sudden I can't get my boat through a fucking, waterway. I'm stuck here. You think you could pull back? Yeah, they're just going to call Vlad up on the phone, you fucking idiot. Understand that. Who knows what he said before? I started this at the very beginning and it's cut off. But that's 17 seconds in, guys. Here. This is from 000.
State-owned enterprises, which combined have estimated assets nearing $1.5 trillion. And finally, we'll also impose sanctions on the executives at these state-owned institutions, as well as additional Russian elites who are complicit in Putin's kleptocracy and their family members. Those who've shared in the Kremlin's corrupt gains and stored their wealth.
And their family members. United States of America isn't just going after his cabinet or whoever, but also the family members of those people. What's that remind you of? I'll tell you what it reminds me of. It reminds me of like when Kim Jong-un finds out that somebody was doing something on the internet or whatever. And he goes and he finds the person and he executes them. And then he goes and he finds their parents and he goes and he executes them. And he finds their children and he executes them. He finds their aunts, their uncles, their grandparents, their cousins, and he executes them. That's what that sounds like. You know, I guess we had some really good examples set, for us from other world leaders. But I got to tell you, this is just, it's completely wrong. How far in? This is 23 seconds in.
In yachts and luxury condos and fancy cars will now share in the pain of these measures. In terms of the financial impact, as I said, these are the most impactful and significant sanctions the U.S. has ever taken. But financial sanctions are just one part of our response. We're also
what's your response to what America has done around the world with imperialism and doing the same type of thing that Vladimir Putin is doing right now in Ukraine? The things that we've done in Syria, what we did in Afghanistan. What about that, you hypocrite?
Unveiling today an expansive and unprecedented set of export restrictions developed in historically close coordination with the European Union, Australia, Japan, Canada, New Zealand, the United Kingdom, and Taiwan. These new measures include sweeping restrictions on Russian military
what's up, my brother?
Repair Putin's military capabilities, and will also deny exports across Russia to sensitive, cutting-edge technology, primarily targeting Russia's defense, aerospace, and maritime sectors. In total, the United States and our partners will effectively be cutting off more than half of all high-tech imports going into Russia. This includes curbing Russia's access to advanced semiconductors and other foundational technologies that Russia needs to diversify and modernize.
Billy Bong, is there a reason you put a Canadian flag in my chat? Let me know.
Its economy. Working in tandem, these financial sanctions and the export controls will undercut Putin's aspirations to project power on the world stage. And those impacts intensified dramatically just today. The Russian stock market plunged over 30% at one point before being halted by local regulators. Russia's currency, the ruble, weakened to its weakest value on record against the dollar before the central bank intervened. And the price the market is charging the Russian government to borrow is now above 15%. These impacts over time will translate into higher inflation, higher interest rates, lower purchasing power, lower investment, lower productive capacity, lower growth, and lower living standards in Russia. To be clear,
that's not going to have any effect on us whatsoever. And number two, Oh, yeah, let's lower the living standards of all the people of Russia. That's what we're going to do. Isn't that great? We're literally at war with the citizens of Russia, guys, not just Vladimir Putin. It's the citizens, not even the guys in the military, man. It's the people at home, you know, the people trying to get food on the shelves, things like that. Get to work, that sort of thing. Look at the smug look on this motherfucker's face. What is with all these smug motherfuckers?
This is not
Billy Bong Thornton, you never answered me. I'm still wondering. You think I'm going to forget? Why did you put a Canadian flag up in my chat? Again, let me know.
the outcome we wanted. It's both a tragedy for the people of Ukraine and a very raw deal for the Russian people. But Putin's war of choice has required that we do what we said, and to ensure this will be a strategic failure. Finally, let me just say a few words about the impact of Russia's choices on the US. We've intentionally scoped our sanctions to deliver severe impact on the Russian economy while minimizing the cost to the US as well as our allies and partners.
Yeah, that's
clear, our
bullshit.
sanctions are not designed to cause any disruption to the current flow of energy from Russia to the world. We've carved out.
Hey, man, what about when Vladimir Putin decides to disrupt our flow of energy since we're going to fuck with theirs? Then what are you going to say, you smug fuck? DG says, I stand with Russia. I am against fascist USA and its puppet state, Ukraine. Russia has one of the biggest Bitcoin mining operations. They will be fine.
Energy payments on a time-bound basis.
I
to allow
put up
for
an
orderly
article on
transition of
Twitter
these
this morning
flows
about Russia
away
and
from
crypto.
sanctioned institutions, and we provided other licenses to provide for an orderly wind down of business. Let me just stop
Right,
there
hippie
and
chick?
take questions.
I just had a real quick question. You said it would take some time before it affects the economy and inflation. What's the timetable? How long do you think it will take until you have demonstrable results?
Well, look, these are costs that build over time, and as I mentioned, I think last Friday, any leader, whether you're an autocrat or a small d Democrat, has to pay attention to the living standards of your country. And already we're seeing the effects of these measures and the signaling that we provided over the last 3 months. Before these sanctions were implemented, inflation in Russia was 8.7%. The government's borrowing costs had spiked above 10%. The ruble had lost almost 15% of its value. And today those costs escalated dramatically. Now it's going to be up to President Putin to decide ultimately how much cost he's willing to bear. What we control is to make sure this will be a strategic failure, not just because of the sanctions, but also because of the export controls, because of Europe's accelerated diversification away from Russia in terms of its energy supply, due to our fortification of NATO's eastern flank, and due to the renewed energy and unity and determination by the West to stand up for our values and advance our principles.
You're in it for the long haul, right? You're until you see the results that you want.
We understand that these costs will accumulate over time.
You just laid out all
He gives
of
no
the
time
actions that
frame.
the U.S. that our allies have taken at this point. As you understand, the questions, though, at this point are about the actions you have not yet chosen to take at this point, specifically the SWIFT system and sanctioning President Putin specifically himself. What are the triggers? At
Good
this point? Are there
question.
actions that
This
President
guy's
Putin might
speaking
still
for
take
us.
you're expecting that would trigger those sanctions, or what are the potential complications, especially about sanctioning Putin personally?
Thank
So
you.
I understand a lot of questions about SWIFT and about sanctioning President Putin and lots of other measures that could be mentioned. But let me say this. I think today was a demonstration that we mean what we say. We delivered on what we said we would do.
He's not answering
in
the
terms of
question.
imposing costs.
He just changed
So
the
when we say
direction.
all options are on the table and that we're prepared to continue to ratchet costs higher, it would be a mistake to doubt that resolve. But let me also step back and say that when we consider which sanctions to apply, we're not cowboys and cowgirls pressing a button to impose costs. We follow a set of principles. We want the sanctions to be impactful enough to demonstrate our resolve and to show that we have the capacity to.
Hey, the set of principles you follow, is that like going into other countries and drone striking motherfuckers? 90% innocent people killed in your drone strikes, you hypocrite? Let me know, because I'm just kind of curious. That would be the question that I would ask you right now. You fucking hypocrite.
To deliver overwhelming costs to Russia. That's one. Number two, we want them to be responsible
If
to
America
avoid even the perception of targeting the average Russian civilian, and of course,
Escalate.
unwanted spillovers back to the U.S. or the global economy.
Right,
Number
Sokol?
three, we want to stay coordinated.
OG.
And so we calibrate our actions to maximize the chance that we move in lockstep with our allies and partners. Number four, they should be flexible so that we can escalate or de-escalate.
Yeah, I don't know about
depending on,
China. I don't know what's going on with them.
facts on the
They
ground.
look like
And
they're
lastly,
taking over Taiwan.
As I mentioned before, they have to be sustainable. These sanctions work over the long term. That's what will guide our design.
No answer about
In light of
Putin.
the sanctions that were announced against individuals and entities in Belarus, can you tell us whether there are sanctions against any other countries that are being seriously considered at the
Dude, I've been sitting here this whole time looking at that guy since I've watched this video earlier. I watched some of it earlier, like the beginning of it. This is about how far I got into it, I think. I don't think I saw the whole thing. And I was like, who's this guy look like? Somebody I know. I'm not thinking someone famous. I'm trying to think. I'm like, who, blah, 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 blah. It just fucking hit me. That guy looks just like my accountant that I've had for years and years. For my accountant for 20 years. That guy right there looks just like him. He looks just like my accountant. Isn't that hilarious?
moment, and what is the line that
And I got to tell you, I don't trust that guy. I don't trust him at all. Not one fucking bit.
would need to cross in this conflict
Sorry, Brian.
for them to be on the receiving end of sanctions from the U.S.?
Well, the Belarus measures were about delivering cost to a country that aided and abetted what we saw yesterday and overnight. But I have nothing else for you in terms of other countries being targeted.
Did it? Oh, did you have a question?
You wouldn't account in a minute?
Yeah, definitely. I know, I didn't mean, no, I'm using the arms here. You wanna come?
Listen to Jen Psaki.
We'll come back to you.
Oh, Jen, you're so funny,
I wanted to
Jen.
ask you about some of the carve outs. There are general licenses for more than a dozen areas, agriculture, energy, and you just said that the importance is to limit the impact on Americans. But I was hoping that you could say, is there a percentage that you could share of the number of exemptions that make up the overall transactions? So the general licenses, what percentage of the transactions are under those licenses?
I would refer you to Treasury and OFAC for the details on what exactly is being exempted and the percentage of business that would be included.
I mean, could you say, is it a third? Is it a half? I mean, is it a small percentage? Is it a high percentage?
I would go back to the principles of our design. The measures themselves and the exemptions are balanced so that we can deliver overwhelming costs while not having unintended consequences. And so that's the principle. But as to the specifics, I'd refer you to Treasury.
Wouldn't the oil be a large percentage? I mean, considering how important it is to Russia's bottom line.
Well, look, where we have an asymmetric advantage is in foreign capital and cutting edge technology. So that's where we're delivering the most concentrated impact. When it comes to energy, this is the one area where Russia has systemic importance in the global economy. We know it's the second largest natural gas producer in the world. It's also the second largest crude oil producer in the world. That's not to say that we have a dependence on Russia. Russia depends on those revenues just as much as the world needs its energy. But we're not gonna do anything which causes an unintended disruption to the flow of energy as the global economic recovery is still underway.
They're playing with fire.
One, if Putin takes Kyiv, does that trigger additional sanctions, specifically that scenario?
Not going to speculate on particular hypotheticals.
Right. And you know what? It's good. You're not supposed to do that. You don't ever let your enemy know what your plans are. So that was smart of him to say that, answer that question the way he did. Hopefully America does have some sort of response for anything that Putin does to try to, combat what he's doing over there. But the one thing you don't want to do is attack the Russian people, over this. It's just the wrong tact. It's the wrong decision. And, this just proves that our government is full of a bunch of people that are horrible decision makers, man. They're reckless and
I've been
stupid.
asked about the timeline. The president said in one of the answers to his questions today, said, let's have a conversation in a month to see if these sanctions are working. But my question is, what happens in the meantime? Russia is taking over parts of Ukraine, major parts of Ukraine, as we speak. So the world just sits back and watches that happen until these sanctions take effect.
Look, we can't dictate Putin's actions. What we can do is what's within our control, and to make sure this is going to be a strategic failure for Russia. And so over the course of the next month, what you can expect is that we'll see an intensifying negative feedback loop in Russian markets. And I've described the elements of that. You'll see record capital outflow.
Yeah, and that won't affect us one bit.
Outflows. You'll see a weaker currency. You'll see higher inflation. You'll see lower purchasing power.
And that
You'll see
won't
lower
affect
investment.
us.
And that negative feedback loop, the velocity of it, is going to be determined by Putin's own actions. And so that's what you should expect on the financial sanctions front.
Nick, President Biden needs to declare Putin officially the Tsar of Russia and call him out a cowardly tyrant. Fuck giving him titles, though. Hashman Putin doesn't deserve titles. Does look like him. Nick, who are you talking about? What are you talking about? I love Russians, especially the ladies. All right.
Export controls. What you can see is that over time, this is going to atrophy Russia's capacity to diversify outside of just oil and gas and to modernize the strategic sectors that Putin himself has said, aerospace, defense, IT, lasers, sensors. These sectors all depend on foundational technologies designed and produced by the West. You will begin to see a chilling effect take hold in Russia as those inputs are denied.
Thank you. For weeks now, Administrator.
Wait until these motherfuckers find out if our technology is probably based on Russian import technology, right? Oh, well, that's a Russian part. That's a Russian part. That part comes from Russia. That part comes from Russia. You motherfuckers. You have no idea what you're fucking doing.
Officials have repeatedly said, yourself included, that these sanctions are meant to deter and prevent Putin from moving forward, from acting. Can you help us understand why the president said today that no one expected the sanctions to prevent anything from happening? And then secondly, on a quick one on Putin sanctions, without talking about when you might trigger them, can you help us understand what harm they would do to him personally if you were to sanction Putin?
Look, on your first question, we don't usually engage in hypotheticals up here at this podium, but let's play this out. Had we unleashed our entire package of financial sanctions preemptively, I think a couple of things might have happened. Number one, President Putin might have said, look, these people are not serious about diplomacy. They're not engaging in a good faith effort to promote peace. Instead, they're escalating. And that could provide a justification for him to escalate and invade. Secondly, you could look at it as a sunk cost. In other words, President Putin could think, I've already paid the price. Why don't I actually take what I paid for, which is Ukraine's freedom? So that's what we wanted to avoid. Look, ultimately, the goal of our sanctions is to make this a strategic failure for Russia. And let's define a little bit what that means. Strategic success in the 21st century is not about a physical land grab of territory.
You guys are fucking idiots. It's all about a guy. It's like a fucking goddamn football game. Strategically, we have to come out on top. We have to get the touchdown. We have to recover the fumble. Oh my God, man. This goes on. That's 12 minutes in, man. That shit goes for 48 minutes. I don't know what the fuck else is in there. Oh, it's then Jen Psaki comes on and she talks the rest of the time. He speaks for 5 more minutes, and then Jen Psaki comes on and speaks for a half hour or so. No, thank you. I want to keep my coffee in my stomach and my hamburger that I ate. It was tasty and delicious. So, my bezel. Oh, and the cat was back there with him. When I started the show, the cat was right there. And the dog was right there. And I should have showed you guys. You know? I don't know where the cat ended up at, though. I know where my Beazle is, though. He's looking at me. I think Ukraine, or you think Croatia as buffer zone between Russia and NATO? Try going into Poland or some other NATO area, then it's World War III. Oh. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Jeff, I kind of feel like that's not going to happen, you know? But I bet all those countries that are at risk right now are wishing they had a stronger military. You know how they always brag that, oh, yeah, we don't have the type of military that America has, blah, blah, blah. It's like the Three Pigs, you know, and they've got their little houses, and one's got one built out of straw, you know. One's got one built out of, what's the second one, wood or something? And then the last one's got it built out of brick. You should have fucking had that brick house. Man, his head's shaped like a lemon. We call him Lemon Head. And all you can think of is fucking Stewie when he says that. His head shaped like a lemon. We call him Lemon Head. Oh, yes, my like a lemon indeed. Dog, listen to me. Oh, I have a lemon-shaped head. Flavored bars are great. Biden just sent 7,000 U.S. troops to Poland as a deterrent. They're in Poland. Are they going to stay in Poland? So that's happening right now. And of course, this changes up every time. Stupid fucking XSplit. Not working correctly. Exploded in my brain. The sensation was indescribably delicious. It was euphoric. Huh? Was it quite euphoric? Did you experience euphoria? So, 39,720, man. When did that happen? It was a while ago, huh? When was 39? When the fuck was 39,720 Bitcoin? Dude, it almost hit 40, guys. Holy shit. What's the Bollinger? 39,157. It's got to get over that again. And 37, it's over 37, 637 right now. Oh my God. It's up pretty high, guys. Bitcoin is doing really well right now. Funny is it's the altcoins are lagging. behind somewhat, you know. So, I purchased Bitcoin when it was 35. The price was 35,000, but they jacked me at 5, and then they charged me 150 over that. So it was like it was like 35,650 or some shit. I paid something like that. It's almost $3,000 above where I bought Bitcoin at. It's been dropping a lot. It's been dropping. It has indeed been dropping. All right. So, hey, Troy, what's up? You guys, I'm going to get out of here. I'll try to keep my eye on the crypto. You guys take care, and I will see you maybe tonight, maybe not. I don't know. I'll see you on the next upload, though, for sure. If you want to get the full experience of the podcast, join me over on Twitter. I'm at Nate's Garden. And you can retweet, please, at all kinds of people over there. And you can join in the conversation with leaving comments with the comment button. And you can also like my stuff over there too. I'd appreciate that so much. So look for my tweets at Nays Garden on Twitter. All right, guys. Just download it. It's free. Cool. Turn on your notifications over there too. Bye, guys.